As we have earlier discussed in the previous lecture, we know about the monetary policy. But in the UPSC, they are not going to ask you such question ki what is monetary policy, define the monetary policy, define the tools of monetary policy, what is CRR. These are not the relevant one. But this type of tools are providing a brief idea about it, how the RBI uses such type of tools. Here the question have been asked, what are the recent trends have been adopted by the RBI to impose a better monetary policy in India? As we know, India is facing some external instabilities. There was a problem with the US government. Yes or no? What was the external issues? There was a issues with the US government. US government poses additional 50% tariff. Yes or no? What is the meaning of it? These 50% tariff will be implies on India's export. It was mentioned in August 2025. Before the understanding how these type of tariffs can provide some shocks to the Indian economy, to look at here. First of all, US is largest trading partner of India. If the US is largest trading partner of India, it means we export more and we import less. That's why our balance of payments was in surplus. It means we were making huge profit from US. But after putting additional tariff, extra tariff on the Indian commodities, it may reduce Indian export to US. Yes or no? It may lead to Indian export to, it may reduce Indian export to USA. Basically, we can say in the foreign market, our product demand of product will decrease. In foreign market, the Indian products demand will decrease. This is an additional challenge which has arisen in last 2-3 months. We have to combat this situation. And one more thing, the problem, there was some several sectors which are facing slow economic growth, and we need to understand what kind of recent monetary policy stance taken by RBI. First of all, in June 2025, RBI changed policy rate and reduced to 5.5%. It means as of now, the RBI is providing loans to the bank for the short period of time at the rate of 5.5%. But again, in August 2025, policy rate remains unchanged. 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 It shows currently RBI initially tries to follow expansionary and maintained this, and at this time of RBI is following some neutral stance. Neutral stance. As we have already discussed, if RBI decreases its repo rate, it's inject liquidity in the market, so that we can have an outcome here. RBI decreases its repo rate, its policy rate, to enhance the market liquidity, because some sectors were facing some financial crunches. To boost these sectors, RBI reduces it. But RBI remained unchanged. Why RBI remained it unchanged? Because currently it is required to put policy rate at 5.5%. And one more thing happened in this period of time. In 2025, RBI reduced its CRR by 1%. Again, we can say that by adopting these activities, RBI is trying to increase money supply. This money supply will help to boost consumption. Yes or no? Will help to boost demand, will help to boost increase in prices, and will help to boost the investments. So as we earlier discussed, what kind of problems can be arises by the imposing additional 50% charges on India's exports, then that can be subsumed and subsidized by these things. It means one side there was some external shocks, and that external shocks can be defended by adopting these policies. Is it clear to you? One more thing, how the government RBI can easily able to take this stance, because current inflation situation is under control. As we earlier discussed, if RBI reduces the money supply, it may increase market liquidity. If it may increase the market liquidity, it increases the price. Suppose currently if the prices were high, then it was tough to increase the money supply for the RBI. But currently we have controlled inflation. We have controlled inflation. We have completely under control, less than approximately 3%. That is CPI headline inflation. It means all category of inflation is under control. On the other hand, if we talk about CPI core inflation, that is also under controlled. That's why RBI gets some cushion to impose expansionary policy. Yes or no? That's why if someone asks you how, if the RBI follows expansionary, it may results the inflation, we can say we have some inflation targeting framework. Inflation targeting framework. According to inflation targeting framework, RBI has to maintain inflation between 4 plus minus 2, and our inflation is ranging approx 3%. So it means if RBI will increase the money supply, it may increase the prices, but we have some cushion because it is near to 3%. It means we have cushion for extra 3% for its peak, but if we talk about the ideal inflation rate, that is 4%. If RBI has to maintain inflation for the 4%, again we have extra cushion for 1%. So RBI can easily defend it, but initially we also discussed in the class what is the focus of RBI, what is the focus of monetary policy. The monetary policy primarily targets to control the inflation, but the current stance is not targeting the control inflation. The current stance is targeting towards to ensure the growth. Current stance is basically targeting towards to safeguard against the external shocks. Is it clear? So that we can say currently RBI is adopting the policy, RBI has basically the stance where RBI can safeguard inflation, RBI can protect Indian economy from the external shocks, RBI can ensure better economic growth. This was the complete outcome of your answer. You have to, why I have just given this model answer? Because this type of question will be asked in the UPSC. If you are writing the question, you don't need to write irrelevant information. Sometimes the question is asking about the monetary policy. The question is directly asking about the monetary policy. But I have just provided information in 1 or 2 lines ki how monetary policy functions. In first para, I have given all the information with the issues India is facing. But sometimes if you write the answer, what you do? You basically first define the monetary policy and you spend 1 para for it. This is not the right way to write a better answer. Just after completing the intro part, you have to switch for the main question, what was the asked in the question. You have to start writing about that. Then you have to write 3 to 4 data with 3 to 4 paras. If the question have been asked with the word limit of 250 words, then you have to write question you have to write question in 5 to 6 paras. But every time there is no need to write the answer in the paras. Sometime you can make some bullet forms, sometime you can make some synopsis, sometime you can make some flow charts. Use your brain wisely. If the question have been asked, do not follow the same trends. You have to write suppose 20 answers and still you are just writing the same pattern. This is not the right way to express your ideas, express your content. Just need to be more creative and innovative. Thanks for the day.